Hey guys, today is the day we're gonna transform this laundry room. I'm gonna be doing a few things. I'm gonna be giving tips and tricks because I'm organizing all of the cabinets and the closets. I'm also gonna be changing out the basin and the faucet. We have a new one so that it's gonna look a lot better. It's gonna turn this space into way more functional, way more organized, and I'm gonna be able to find things quickly and easily. It's gonna take me a few days, but let's get started. Okay, so there's a lot to organize in here. So this is my first closet. Up at the top, I've got my mop and steam cleaner. Then down here, I have like steam cleaner parts and kind of like other things, all for cleaning. This is tools. There's lots of things in here that maybe just like don't belong. I've got my vacuum cleaner in there, vacuum cleaner attachments. I stuffed a mop in there. Here I've got my kids' socks. I've got candles up here, a bee house, a bird house, batteries, lots of random things. And then up here, this is cleaning supplies. So I've got like different cleaning products. Got a bunch of like rags and things. Random COVID tests are here along with additional cleaning products. So this needs to be organized. Probably some of the things need to be tossed. But I've got all my laundry supplies. I've got soaps up there. Topsy-turvy, if you know what that is. Just kind of like random things. This also all needs to be organized. I got these baskets from Amazon. I figure that I can use them for this project, and then if I end up not needing them here, I can use them to store toys. They're really useful. I'm going to use that to sort of corral everything in these cabinets and really sort of keep things together that belong. But I'm also going to organize it so that everything has a home, everything looks neat, everything's very like sensibly ordered. This is the bin, the basin that we're replacing. And then I have a whole new faucet, which I'm very excited about the new faucet. So I'm starting by removing everything from each section. And I'm just gonna do one section at a time because, if I get interrupted or I can't finish, I don't wanna have everything out and just sitting here. It's not like I'm painting or anything. I'm just simply kind of decluttering and going through. So I'm just going to do this closet right now and I'm going to pull everything out. I have a lot of random things in here that I need to get rid of. These are my husband's tools and things. This is like a really convenient place to keep them, but the more tools he gets, we just kind of shove them in here. So I'm just going to be cleaning this out. And then as soon as I get everything out, I'm going to vacuum it. And I think that this is a good first step. And then once I get it vacuumed, I'll just kind of wipe it down and get it nice and clean. And then I will start organizing and putting things back that belong.
I've been all around the world. Every city, every place. Always been a restless girl. But now there's a wind of change. I've never ever felt this way. Longing for you, pick up the phone. Catching a flight, I'm coming home.
So I wanted to say, when you've got these kind of cabinets, usually at the top of the cabinet, you might have some space. I found this command hook that I no longer needed in another area of the house. So I just put this dustpan up in the closet, and I think that worked really well. And now I'm going to go through these socks. These are the kids' socks, and there's a lot of things in this basket that really don't belong. And then I found this other matching basket, and I'm going to put all of my vacuum cleaner parts in here, all of my steam cleaner parts in here, and then I've got a bunch of microfiber like floor pads for the mop, for the steam cleaning mop. So I'm just finally putting that all together in one place so it's easy to access. Hey guys, we're on day 2, and I'm just going through all of the cabinets behind me, getting rid of things. I've given about like 10 things away on that website Trash Nothing, if you've heard of it. I've just like posted just like random things, like a whole pack of sponges I don't need, some flea spray I had from my dog that I used to have. I posted a stroller, and everything went in just like a couple minutes. So I feel good about that. I'm gonna see if I have anything else to give away. But today's the day we're gonna install the new sink and the faucet. My husband Peter is gonna help. And then my bins are finally arriving from Amazon. They were a couple days late. I'm gonna show you how I organize this whole thing because I'm gonna do a nice method so that it will be a very functional laundry room. But let's get going. Got lots to do. Okay, so I'm just going to get all of this clutter out here. Sorry, I know this is a lot of beer. We had a Super Bowl party and just have kept this beer under here, but I'm gonna pull it all out and clean out. This kind of just becomes like a catch-all storage area, but we need to get everything out so that we can remove this basin. It gets pretty dirty back here. I don't know how old this bin is or how long it's been here, but it's looking really old and really needs to be replaced. So I just got this new one from Amazon. It's just pretty kind of basic. I can link it if you're interested in them. It was not expensive. It's just a white bin, and then it's got these kind of black legs. I think it's good looking. I think it's, looks clean and fresh. So I'm excited to put it in. So these are the baskets that I ordered. I think they're really cute because they kind of look like laundry baskets. So I thought they would be good for the laundry room. And I think what's going to happen is I'm just going to make it look nice and cohesive. So I'm going to put everything in these baskets, and anything, I'm also decluttering a bit. So things I don't need, I'll be getting rid of those. And again, I'm just going to do this section before I move on to the next section. And then that way I can make sure that I'm only doing what I can do in the moment, just in case I run out of time or whatever it is. Okay, so now we're gonna install the basin. Peter's here to do it.
Okay.
And help me out. Or I'll be helping him out. While Peter is working on the plumbing, I'm actually finishing up the last two sections of the cabinets, and look at this. There's just so much stuff in here. I really have to get this organized. Okay, so the bin is in and the new faucet is here. I love it. You can pull this out a few feet, so I think it's going to be really convenient. We didn't get to finish because we need extra parts for this hose, so we're going to have to do that a little bit later, but this is a work in progress. So now here's the before, just as a reminder, kind of lots of cluttered things. Once these cabinets get full, then I start just like organizing things all around here. And so you can kind of see just lots of things packed in. We probably installed this cabinet set into our laundry room a couple of years ago, and we just kind of stuff things in here that we don't know what to do with. We get different things or have things that we need, and we just stick it here because there's some space. But now, as you can see, it's gotten really packed. So I'm really glad that we went through and organized this entire thing. And here is the after. I'm very pleased with how it turned out. I think it looks a lot tidier. There's not clutter around, so it'll kind of be just like this tranquil space to do laundry. I think the new basin turned out really well. So let me show you and give you some organizing tips. I've got up high, I've got my mop and my steam cleaner, and then the vacuum cleaner parts and the steam cleaning parts that I mentioned, and the towels. I put them in this basket so I can just have everything and keep it all together. Then underneath, I've got my husband's tools. We did kind of cull those down a tiny bit. And then I've got my vacuum and taller things. And don't forget about using that upper space up there. I used this side for the dustpan, and I think it worked really well. I love these command strips because they don't damage your surface. Okay, so in these cabinets, I've got the kids' socks. I have them right above the dryer. So that way when I take things out of the dryer, I can just put them right in here, and then in the morning they can grab them out. Now, on the top, I've got some batteries. I had this old container that the batteries were already in, so I just kept it, but then I put the other items into these containers. A tip I have is, for the top especially, try to organize in baskets so you can pull the whole basket down. It's a lot easier, and then you can see what you have. Another tip is, of course, getting cohesive baskets. I think that looks really nice. in this case, they're all white. So that's kind of just making the space look just a little bit more, less cluttered visually. Okay, and then in here, I've got all of my towels and sponges and things. Another tip I have is if you've got kids, to put your chemicals or your cleaning products up a little bit higher. So I put those on the second and third shelf. With these baskets, once they get full of products, then I know that I can't buy anything else. So these are all full. I cannot buy any more cleaning products until I've used these all up. You know, you can see they're packed in here. I found some things I didn't even know I had, so got to make sure to use that up. And then I've got my sponges. I wanted to mention another tip is if you've got old things. This is an old vase, and I literally just now use it to keep the sponges in because it was like a good size for that. So my tip is if you've got old things around your house, like vases and things like that, just use them for storage if you can. You know, try to find different ways that you can use them so that you're not just like storing them for no reason. Now I've got on this last cabinet all of my laundry supplies, and again, right above the washing machine so that when I'm doing laundry, can put them right in there, and that's just like a convenient area. Again, repurposed this. I've got the mesh garment bag in here, just kind of keeps it a little bit tidier than throwing that into the cabinet. And then I've got my soaps up here. I still have the random COVID tests. Didn't know where to put those. This is a shoebox top, and I've got the steel wool scrubbers that I've got, just kind of stuck them in there to keep them together. And then on the top, I've got my gardening supplies. And then I've got the bottom of the shoebox where I've got some pesticides. And, you know, these are things I obviously don't want the kids to get into, so I put them on the very tallest cabinet. So that is the finished product. I think it looks 100 times better, definitely more visually pleasing to the eye. If you don't have cabinets with doors on them, you can decant your items. I think that will look really nice as well. Anyway, this is my whole project. Thank you so much for doing the laundry room with me. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.